we going, folks? Well, you've been asking the questions, how's your hothouse going? Well, I thought, well, today I'm going to show you, because tomorrow we're actually pouring the holes after many struggling moments with it. And what I'm talking about is a bloody rain. We've had some downpours, and not long ones, but heavy ones, and all the holes started to fill up with water in them, because some of the soil around is a little bit higher than the hole, and it's sloped into the hole, and we've got them filled up. But they've been fixed. We're pouring them tomorrow. I'm going to show you these arches. Look at these beauties. This is designed and manufactured by Sage Horticultural. This is huge. So that's the double arch we're going to put on either side, and we've got a super heavy duty post that we're working with. So normally these holes, well, the posts, when I initially ordered this, I was told they're going to be 1600 high out of the grounds, but I thought that's a little bit too low, and I asked why. Based on the hole size, if you're doing a 350 hole about 600-700 deep, you're going to go about 600, well actually 700 deep, 300 hole. You're going to go 700 down in the ground as well, and 600 above. Well, because these holes are so big, folks, I've got to clean this one out a little bit more. Because these holes are so much wider, they're 450, and in some cases 500 and 600. And that's because we had the walls collapse, because we let it go. Well, I didn't let it go, just didn't have the time to finish my work, and bad weather for the last 2-3 weeks. Come and have a look at this. This is what I mean, the size of this hole. I mean, this is bloody a third of a metre in here, man. I mean, I can box it up, but then I'm going to have soft soil on the outside, because we've got a lot of clay, sandy loam. Well, not a lot of clay, down at the bottom there is, but around the top 400, sandy loam, and it'll just go soft. So the poles are going to be 1800 out of the ground, because it's rated at 1600 with 300 hole at 150k winds. Now, I'm not going to say we get 150k winds here, but it feels like it sometimes. But because these holes are so much larger, it's not the depth, it's the width that'll stop it from being pushed over like that. So we're going to have them at 1800. So that little bit more, perfect for my height. Yeah, that high. Folks, it's day 2. And didn't I tell you, 1800 tall? Perfect height. That's what we like. Anyway, we've just finished pouring the pads. All the posts are in. Have a look at that. So this is a 20 by 8, and we've got the arches ready to go in. So we're going to let the concrete set properly before we put the arches on top and start framing it all up. So exciting times ahead. We actually are going ahead with it. All the materials here. Now I just got to put the labour in. So the worst part's over. You don't want to know how many times I dug those holes out and how much concrete's gone in. I could put a triple story on this place here, mate, but nevertheless, let me show you something more important. I think it's time for the kids to move out. It's time for them to go into the new home. You can't be living in that house all the time. You know, they've grown up. They've matured, now they need to harden off. Hey, babies? Isn't that right, eh? Have a look, my little baby tomatoes. They're still coming up. So they're in my little mini hothouse. I'll keep the lid on it because the wind's pretty aggressive. But let me tell you something about these tomatoes. Now, these are going to go in there, by the way, and more, because we're going to populate our seed banks so we can get more of this stuff out there for everybody. But what I want to show you is this. Come here. We all know what tomatoes look like when they first germinate. See that one there, the first one with the seed on the tip of it? You recognise those first 2 leaves? Just got to keep the wind away from them. Now, those first 2 leaves aren't your true tomato leaves. They're actually not even tomato leaves, like we call them. They're called cotyledons, if I pronounce it correctly. Now, what they are, they're an extension of the seed. So when the seed germinates, the first 2 leaves that come up, that's what you see, those long, elongated leaves. Now, at that stage, if you are seeding tomatoes, folks, whilst they've still only got the 2 leaves, they really don't need to be heavily fertilised or fertilised at all, in fact. If you've got enough nutrients in your organic mix like we have with our compost and cocoa, one very light solution of liquid gold is all you need to do with any variety of seed that you germinate, and then allow, for example, in this case here, the tomatoes, once the true tomato leaves start to come up, and they're the ones we see, the ones with the serrated edges, once they come up, that's when you need to start feeding them and giving them the energy they need. And obviously lots of sunlight. You can see how they're all upright. They're not leaning over or anything. The reason for that is because we rotate them like that. All right, watch Vasily drop it now. It starts swearing like an owl. I'm not going to do that. That's it. This is your new home, my little darlings. And right here, this is how I feel comfortable. I'll be probably told by somebody else otherwise. I want to put my seeding bench here, my potting bench and seeding bench, where I want to germinate all my seedlings in this section here. So you'll be here with another 5,000 of you folks. And then actually, you know what I want to do? I'm going to use some of the raised beds to kickstart the indoors, obviously, but I'm also thinking of trenching using the width of the bucket, take out another 100 mil or so, lower than we are, because we're already about 150 mil below finish level. So I want to take another 100 mil at least where I want to do my garden beds, so actually in the ground. So dig out another 100 mil, throw my straw, throw my compost down there, put the mulch mat, the compostable mulch mat between the beds, and then just build the layers. So 100, 150 below this, and then build it back up another 150, 200 above ground. And we're going to have a good mix where we can grow directly in here. We're going to try that. Try that, the raised beds, high beds, low beds, medium beds, pots, planters, the lot. And the best part about this is because it's enclosed, we can control the environment. We have no rain, no wind, no sun, no hail, up and down temperatures doing any damage to my garden. So I'm going to show you all the little things we're going to have fun with doing in the hothouse, so you can, well, you can learn too, and hopefully you can build one. It doesn't have to be as big as this, obviously. You can have a little one, but there's a lot of things you can do in a hothouse. Otherwise you can't when you live in an environment like we do here. Check out our website, vasilisgarden.com, for everything you need every day. From me, Vasily Maresi.